Bonjour et bienvenue dans la nouvelle édition de Français pour les anciens étudiants de Espagnol. Today we are going to learn about le verbe avoir. So, alors, vous aurez besoin de votre cahier, bien sûr, et un crayon ou un stylo. Puis, tenez la prochaine page de votre cahier. Pour moi, c'est la page 16. Et comme toujours, on va commencer avec la date. Pour moi, c'est le... Oh bof. C'est le 16. Le 16 octobre 2016. Et le titre de la page, the title of the page, c'est avoir. To have. Now, avoir is one of the big four irregular verbs in French. It's one of the ones that you need to have in order to communicate. There's no workaround for this one. It falls into the same category with être, being un verbe irrégulier. So avoir is an irregular verb meaning to have. Since it is irregular, you'll recall that means it does not follow a pattern. So let's see what this looks like. Let's start with what you already know. So, en espagnol, we have the verb tener, which means to have. Now, in general, tener is presented as an irregular verb in Spanish, but tener is actually an E to IE stem-changing verb with an irregular yo form, which is a fancy way of saying it's not very irregular at all. So, en español, él, ella, usted, nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Now, since this is an E to IE stem-changing verb, it means that the stem of the verb, what's left over after you drop the ER, ten, changes to tien every place except the nosotros and vosotros forms. And since there is an irregular yo form, it doesn't change there either. So, tenemos tienes, tiene, ella tiene, usted tiene, ellos, ellas son ustedes, tienen, tienen, tienen. Pues, las formas de nosotros y vosotros, las formas de nosotros y vosotros no cambian como esos. So, tenemos, okay, and tenéis, and because this is an ER verb, the vosotros accent goes over the E. And of course, you know that the irregular yo form for tener is tengo. So as you can see, it is an E to IE stem-changing verb with an irregular yo form. Now, this is a little bit different en français parce qu'en français, c'est un verbe irrégulier. So it is actually an irregular verb en français. En français. Avoir est un verbe irrégulier. Okay? So irregular does not follow a pattern. Avoir. To have. And because it starts with a vowel, we will have J apostrophe. Tu, il, elle, on. Nous avons. Vous, il pluriel, and elle pluriel. So, les formes d'avoir. Avons is probably the closest, and avez, the nous and the vous form, are the closest that this verb gets to being regular in that you can still see some sort of a relationship between these forms of the verb and the original infinitive. The rest of the forms are simply irregular and have nothing to do with the original word practically at all. So nous avons j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, on a. And remember, do not put accents on these a's. Ils ont and elles ont. Okay. If you put an accent on an a, this a equals has, and this a is a preposition meaning at or to. Don't get them confused, they are homophones. Bien, ça suffit. Puis, ajoutez avoir à l'indice, s'il vous plaît. C'est le 16, 10, 16. Comme toujours, use the date that works for you. We have avoir, to have. Okay, and that's page 16. Merci.